Hi, everybody. This is your boy, Piper Rockle fan. So, today, my wife just got her crabgrass seeds in the mail from seedworld.com. And she's going to we made some tea out of it. We read somewhere on the internet that crabgrass was good for certain, um, like eye problems, cataracts, different things like that, different benefits. So we're going to try it. She's going to try it. I'm not going to try it. That's her thing. I want her to try it. I will, because it's more aimed towards what my wife is going through. So I'd rather let her go through that. And it really wasn't too bad on price compared to what it could have probably been for a pound. I mean, a pound is pretty big. I mean, a pound of it is like that big, and that's after a teaspoon of it. So I mean, that's a pretty big bag. That's about almost a year's worth, a couple months worth, and you know, so we just want to kind of see what's going to happen, like if it's going to help her eyes, if it's going to make her, what kind of facial expression she's going to make. It smells kind of on the cereal spectrum, to be truthfully honest. It almost smells like Cheerios a little bit. I mean, I don't know if it's going to taste like it. It kind of makes your eyes a little watery if you smell it and kind of get your eyes near the smell of it. But nonetheless, I can't really tell because I do have epilepsy, so my eyes kind of tend to burn sometimes anyway. But plus, I do take medications that make your eyes burn as well, so I can't really tell if it's that or if it's just the medication. Could be, but so I can't tell you the full effects. I like those only side effects I've so far seen in my just cooking it for her. So, but we got to see for her from her experience what's going to happen. So I know I'm talking and talking and talking.
Well, tell them about what the new stuff we tried. Dandelion.
Oh yeah, I've been drinking dandelion tea, roasted dandelion tea, milk thistle tea. All those are actually very good. I honestly, out of those three, those are my favorites. Chamomile tea is good. My mom is growing some chamomile. She's also that I'm growing some milk thistle for my wife and I because we mostly drink that stuff. I am also growing dandelions for the tea because I want to be able to make my wife and I homemade dandelion tea instead of just store bought because you never know what store bought you're gonna get. I mean, not saying don't go out and buy store bought, but you never know what you're really gonna get from the store bought. You don't know if what you're getting in the bags or in the unless you go to like Sprouts where everything's real stuff. Sprouts has everything natural. Everything's right off the plant. There's no additives or anything to it. So if you buy from Sprouts, that's the best place to really buy from. And Whole Foods, stuff like places like that, you could guarantee they're 100% what they claim they are. So you're going to get your full effects from there. But if you can grow your own, why not? It grows wild in your area. Hey, put your own self some. Go pick some in the yard. I'm not saying don't go buy because it does take a while for them to grow. So I definitely support those stores while yours is growing. I mean, if you're going to grow some. Otherwise, don't really grow it if you're not really into it. I mean, it's not something, if you're not into it, then don't risk growing it. And if you can get it, because if you don't have dandelions growing around your neighborhood, don't go rush and buy. Just grow the seeds. Just
sip it.
Okay. Here's, okay, it's all right, everybody. Now my wife's going to show her expression. So let's bring it over there.
You know what it tastes like? Nothing. Tastes like water.
Really?
Yeah. It's good. I think probably because we ate the sandwich. Okay, I kind of taste the makes me itch, guys. Guess it targets shoulder blades. I don't know. Let me see. Because I was in a big huge sip because it's hot still. Let me see. I don't know if it has a taste. Like I mean, I know it's there, you know, but I can't say. Excuse me. I can't say what I would put my finger. Ooh, my eyes are tripping. What I would put my finger on. Wait, what? What I would label it as, you know. Oh God, my eyes are fucking tripping, yo. Like it's good. Don't get me wrong, you know. Like I it kind of has that milk thistle taste a little bit, like a tad. Definitely not on the grassy side, I would say. Yeah, it's like an in between, but more water taste to it, which I wouldn't care, you know. Flavored water is the best, but maybe the more I drink of it, it'll start developing a taste. But as of right now, pretty damn good.
So the Polo fans drink it or not?
Mm. Okay, it has like if you like grass, it has a little slight when you drink a little bit more of it, it has a like a like a slight grass taste to it, and it's not bad. Oh my goodness, I would recommend it. Probably like after stuttering, I want to think so. No, it's some good. It's good. I like it. I recommend it. I give it a star. Blue River water. Wait. Blue River grass. Blue River crabgrass. Oh my goodness, I'll get it right, y'all.
No, but yeah, no, we like. So she likes it. Okay, so, but yeah, no, it's not a bad thing. I recommend though, if you're gonna make that or make dandelion or make milk thistle from its original stock, like the roots and the seeds and all that good stuff, use a percolator or a pot.
You should show them what it is.
Because if you use a regular pot, you may not get the same effect. But this is what a percolator looks like.
Actually, not to cut you off, but like I said, the more I drink of it, it's sweet. It does have like that sweetness of milk thistle. You know?
Yeah.
It has it.
Oh, wow. And the reason why I say a percolator and not like a pot is because a percolator simmers it and boils it and kind of throws water over the seed and kind of keeps it boiling. If you use a pot, it's more likely to you're likely to get all the seed and all the root in the water, and then you have to immediately pour the tea into like a cup or into another pot so that way you can strain it, because if you don't strain it, guarantee by the time you do go and not drink it all, you may end up with a very, very strong cup of whatever tea you're drinking. Like if I were to leave the seeds of that plant of the crabgrass in the pot for my wife, she'd almost probably get all seed and not water. So because the seeds are little grains, like almost the size of a grain of sugar. So if you don't put, when you do that, the crabgrass, you got to use like a coffee filter in the uh in the percolator, so that way it kind of keeps the seed in the in the filter. Otherwise, the seed is like literally impossible. I mean, nearly impossible to strain. You're gonna be spending more time straining it than you're gonna probably be drinking it. So, best thing to do is just use a percolator with a coffee filter in top. And the reason it's just it keeps it also the amount of percolators too is you could keep that same pot of tea for as long as you're going to want to drink it because the tea doesn't sit in the water. It just the only thing that sits in the water is the water itself and the tea itself, not the seeds, not the powder, nothing sits inside the water, so it don't get any stronger to where you're gonna be like, whoa, I can't drink this. This is just way too sour, way too tart, way too whatever. If you don't have the money for a percolator though, or if you can't find a percolator, you can use a pot. Don't say I'm not saying you can't, just depending on the amount of time you want to put into getting it all prepared. If you're going to be drinking it all at once, then it's fine because you're going to strain it into a cup. Then just take a little strainer, put it in the cup, and pour the tea into your cup, and boom, you got yourself the same thing. So use whatever you got around the house. Don't whatever you do, don't use a Keurig though. I tried that, and it don't work. It's not that it don't work. It's just if you're depending on what because the Keurig only puts so much water, puts only so much water into the cup.
Yeah.
And then you can't put that water back into the Keurig to boil it some more, and then put that water back in and boil some more. You got to just whatever it comes out into your cup is what it comes out. We tried that with our milk thistle the first time, and it literally tasted like flavored water, like milk flavored water.
Like flavored water.
It looked and tasted literally like we took this cup and went like that. That wasn't as clear though, but it was still the fact. I could do it like this all day long. And you would never even know if there was milk thistle inside of it, except for that little milky taste.
Oh, and also with crabgrass, you guys, it helps with anxiety and brain focus. Just to throw that in there.
Yeah. That stuttering, guys, was not because of the crabgrass. It's because my wife is trying to help the video make the video with me, and also trying to focus on what her tea tastes like. So she's having too many things going on at once. It's not because of the tea.
That's not because of the tea, guys.
It's just when she's focused on what she's trying to taste and focused on what she wants to say, the two jumbles don't come together. The right side and the left side are focused on two different things. The right side is focused on the video, the left side is focused on the tea, and they're not connecting dots at some points because they're trying to figure out what's going on. And number one thing, guys, I'm gonna tell you guys is if you don't take this the wrong way, but if you guys live in Washington, don't plan on growing milk thistle because it's actually illegal in Washington, in the state of Washington, because it's considered a very considered a very wild plant there in Washington, and the state rangers and stuff actually want to control it, and it takes off like it grows like in largest amounts to where the rangers can't even keep it under control already as it is, and then someone grows it. That's why they're trying to put a law, and they already tried to put a. I was reading that they're trying to put a law out for it in Washington. If someone grows it, they get a fine if they find it. And if you do grow it in Washington, go in your backyard. Nobody's gonna go into your backyard. And put something around it to where the seeds won't fly in the wind and go sprout somewhere else. Yeah. Keep it under control. That's just from my opinion. If you're going to grow it in Washington, just grow in your backyard, because no one can really tell you what you can and can't grow in your backyard. In the front yard, they can. They can legally fine you for the front yard because that's where it most likely will spread, is in the front yard. But in the backyard, it really won't spread too bad. But try things before by buying them at the store. Simple as that. The milk thistle though is very expensive. The can of milk thistle is highly expensive compared to dandelion. Dandelion you can buy for like $2 for a box. So definitely try that. They almost have the same they almost have the same benefits, but the only difference in benefits between one from the next is the milk thistle aims more for the liver, and the dandelion aims more for the kidneys. Those are the two they protect the most. So the milk thistle protects the the liver functions and the liver, and then the dandelion protects the kidneys. So, but they both protect the kidneys and liver. They both do the same thing. It's just if you want straight to the liver, milk thistle's more. If you want straight to the kidneys, dandelion's more. But they both are laxatives, not laxatives, but they both are. They kind of sometimes will act as laxatives for the first. They don't really act as laxative too much though. Like I've drunken them before I went to work. I've drunken them before I went to bring my kids to school. I've drunk it before I went out to the store with my wife. And I've only had to go to the restroom maybe once. And then once I go into the restroom, I'm done. I'm ready to shop again. It's not going to make you crap your pants and have a massive diarrhea to where you're going to be in the bathroom the whole shopping trip. Now, that's just my opinion. That's just my wife's opinion. Now, you guys may drink that.
Everybody's body reacts.
Yeah, everyone's body acts differently. You may drink it and go instantly to the restroom and be in the restroom the rest of the day from 9 in the morning until 10 at night and just never even eat dinner because you're in the restroom the whole time. You know, I can't tell you what your body's going to do to it because your body's not my body. You know, but that's just my experience. Pee-wise, same thing. It's a diuretic, but it cleans your kidneys and livers out. Now, my verbal opinion is it doesn't make me really have the pee a lot. My wife, same thing. She doesn't really pee a lot when she drinks it. So our bodies are more tolerable to drink it without having to pee a lot. We drink enough, we eat enough salt and enough stuff to where we aren't peeing like a mad waterfall. That's the thing, guys. Stay hydrated with electrolytes. Don't be afraid of electrolytes. The electrolytes are needed for your daily body's functions. Don't say, "Oh, I can't eat salt because it's gonna kill me." No, it's within so much moderation now. Don't go and take a whole bottle. Don't go take a shaker of salt and like, okay, I'm good. I got my daily intake of salt today. No, that's not the same salt what they're talking about, guys. It's sodium, not salt. Sodium is table salt's not the same. So you're not gonna get the same benefits from the table salt as you're gonna get from the sodium, which is a little the same, but not the same. It's not as broken down. Sugar, same thing. You need sugar. Best thing to do is get raw honey, though. That's the best sugar because that is pure sugar, pure natural sugar from a bee and a flower. It's not broken up sugar. It came into a million granules that you're just going to drink the whole thing of sugar and be up sky high. But no, I'm not trying to rant too much. I'm just trying to give you guys information based on what our experience is. There is a new drink though, guys, and you've got to try. You have not lived until you have tried the new electrolyte Gatorade that just came out. It's called Gator Light, I believe. That stuff is awesome. That stuff hits you like a rock.
We don't get paid for these advertisers, guys.
Yeah, we don't get paid for these advertisements, but Gator Light is, I give them a 500-star rating. And that stuff hits you so good. Just right when you drink that stuff, you're like, hydration. I could feel it, you know. It has the right amount of electrolytes that keep you going for the day. It is amazing. I don't know why they haven't came up with it sooner. That stuff is so good. We drank the white one now. We haven't tried all the other ones. There's different flavors. Yeah, there's different flavors that we haven't tried. We tried the white one, Glacier Cherry, I believe it is, and that one's good. You taste the electrolytes too when you drink it, like instantly. The second you take a sip of it, you taste electrolytes. It really does benefit because it was hot when we drank it, and me and my wife and I were drinking water like it was going out of style, and nothing was working. It wasn't working. Or we were just like, oh, come on, more water, more water, more water. I mean, still, we were like feeling dehydrated. Second, we took a sip of that Gator Light. Oh my goodness, we were like in a whole new world. We were like feeling like we could go run marathon. Yeah. So that stuff, I didn't even feel like I was ever thirsty. I was like, oh well, what happened to me being thirsty? Like it just helped that well. So definitely try that, guys. It's really a good drink. It really beneficial. And I wish I could buy the whole store out of it, but it's kind of expensive for if you because it's for us at least. Not for it's not really that expensive. It's just a little expensive if you were gonna buy in bulk like that because I'd buy the whole store out. I'd probably buy Gatorade out because it's just really good and health beneficial. But nah, I'm not trying to give companies out here advertise. Oh, nice. I'm not trying to advertise for every company out in America right now, but I'm just saying if you haven't yet tried that, don't be afraid to. Right. Because a lot of people are like, well, that's a lot of sodium. I'm not trying that. Oh, that's a lot of this. I'm not trying. But
if you're drinking in moderation.
Yeah. Now I'm not saying go out and buy a whole refrigerator full and drink it all in one day. No, I'm not doing that. It's like that's Death Valley right there. Yeah. That's just too much electrolytes. That's just gonna make you poop like a waterfall. You're gonna be a waterfall of poop.
True.
You won't know what the outside looks like. You'll know what the toilet looks like, but that's about it.
Yeah.
And you may also have a cardiac arrest from all that sodium.
What?
Not that bad. It's not, but you'd probably have some kind of problem from that much salt. Yeah, don't be afraid of salt and sugar, sodium and sugar. If you're diabetic, it's a different story for a different day. Then you got to watch your intake of sodium and sugar, but don't think because you're diabetic you can't drink one of those Gatorade drinks. My wife drank it and she was perfectly fine. Her blood sugar was actually normal. So, oh, anyway, that was not any of you guys' business. But I'm saying that diabetics can drink it just in moderation, not heavy loads. No, that wasn't any part of business. But actually, to be honest with you, though, now that I think about it, I did just recently get a blood draw to see what everything was, and actually, to be honest with you, that was those results came out from drinking the dandelion and elk thistle and those and everything. Actually, to be truthfully honest, you would never think I had any health problems. I got put on cholesterol pills because my cholesterol was high, but ever since I started doing that, it hasn't really been high like that anymore. So that's actually another thing that's good about those two things is it does lower cholesterol and triglycerides. So if you have trouble with high cholesterol and high triglycerides, definitely try drink teas. Definitely try the dandelion and milk thistle teas. They'll benefit you in that run. But do take your medications from the doctor. Don't stop doing those. Okay, right. I talked long enough. I could just go on forever, but please like and subscribe. You can find my wife on YouTube as well. It's Chasing D Spirit. And you know mine because you're watching me right now, so we don't need to go into that. But anyway, guys, you have a blessed day. Stay safe and don't go wild. Bye bye.